Officers Aaron and Steven worked for the Lake Oswego Police Department, and on August 26th, their routine shift was interrupted by an unusual call from the Randall Children's Hospital. When they arrive at the hospital, they're greeted in the ER by a nurse, and her voice is tense. She tells them that she has three girls, only 12 years old, all of whom have tested positive for benzos. Drugs like Valium and Xanax, sedatives that can also cause amnesia. The girls have never been prescribed or used these medications before. So the question on everybody's mind was just how did these medications get into their system? Turns out all three girls were at a friend's house the night before for a sleepover. And they think they were drugged there unknowingly by the dad. The officers paused, letting the weight of the situation sink in. The man at the center of it all, Michael Maiden. This is the story of a 57-year-old father from Lake Oswego that spiked his daughter's friend's smoothies with a powerful sedative. Here's what we know. All four girls, Michael's daughter and her three friends, all attend the same school. Over time, their friendship grew and they thought, how cool will it be to have a sleepover? The parents of the girls were on board with the idea. Even though they weren't really that close with Michael and his family and had never visited the home before. So they decided to give Michael a call just so they can get a sense of the home situation and to get more information about the particulars of the sleepover. Little did they know that it was Michael, not his wife, that was handling most of the planning himself. He was heavily involved in everything. He took the girls to get their nails done, he picked up pizza for dinner, and he let them play in the sprinklers and soak in the hot tub before they went to bed. Afterwards, the girls showered, put on their pajamas, and headed to the basement for a spa night that was complete with movies and facials. But then between 9 and 11 p.m., something shifted. Michael prepared mango smoothies for the girls, flavored in orange and coconut. At first, it seemed harmless until Michael started pressuring the girls to drink all of it. He kept insisting that each girl specifically drink from the color-coded straw that she was given. He became so persistent that they followed his instructions and finished all the smoothie that he started to act a little irritated. Now, one of the girls said that she drank 2 full glasses of the smoothie. A second girl said that she had only 1 glass. The third girl told Michael that she didn't like smoothies, but she did take a few sips just to be polite and not to insult him. At some point during the night, Michael made his way downstairs. Now he's standing in the room looking over the 2 girls sleeping in the couch bed. The girl who barely had any smoothie to drink was aware of his presence. At the time, she had her arm kind of draped over her friend. But shortly after Michael arrived, she could feel his hand on her arm, removing it from her friend and then picking her body up and physically moving her to the other side of the bed. As the night went on, Michael would make his way back downstairs for a second time. Now, the girl was already freaked out, so she's pretending to be asleep. But once again, she could feel him touching her. He had picked her up to separate her from her friend once again, but this time he took it another step further. She could feel his fingers underneath her nose and then waving his hand frantically in front of her face, just trying to see if she was really asleep. Then she could hear a door close as Michael stepped outside. Terrified, the girl, now fully awake, started to call her mom. Because it was 2 in the morning, she wasn't able to get an answer, so she started to send her a text message. Mom, please pick me up right now. Say I have a family emergency. I don't feel safe. Please come quickly. Please, please. So when the girl couldn't reach her mom, she sent the text message to a family friend who happened to be awake, saw the message, and then hurried over to Michael's home. When the doorbell rang, the girl grabbed her stuff and started making as much noise as she could, hoping to wake up the other girls. She noticed that they didn't even move. Once outside the home and once she was safe, the family friend was able to contact the mom and the family members of the other girls. Around 3 a.m., one of the mothers had arrived and knocked on the door. Michael opens the door and the mother explains that she's there to pick up the girls. Michael, with his confused look on his face, says he doesn't understand, but he asked her to wait there so he can go check on the girls. Shortly after, he comes back upstairs and tells the mother that the girls are asleep and asked her to come back the next morning to pick them up. The mom, surely having none of this, insists that she's taking the girls right there at that moment. So Michael, sensing the urgency in her face and in her voice, leads the mother downstairs to the basement where the girls are sleeping. She helps them gather all their things, and then they leave. As the officers and parents start to gather more information about the events that took place during the sleepover, the parents decide to press charges against Michael Maiden. In February 2024, a Clackamas County grand jury indicted Michael Maiden on the following charges: 3 counts of causing another to ingest a controlled substance, 3 counts of application of a Schedule IV controlled substance to another, and 3 counts of delivery of a controlled substance to a minor. During the trial, one of the mothers had a chance to express her frustrations, and here's what she had to say.
My thoughts are also going to get personal, but that's the price you pay when you mess with a mother's children. It gets personal real quick. You played Russian roulette with my child's life. She's barely 5 feet tall, and on a good day, 70 pounds soaking wet. And you overdosed her with benzodiazepines. You didn't just administer them, you overdosed her. Your Honor, the test results, confirmation testing that came back, that were taken at least a good 6 hours after she ingested the smoothies, were off the charts. The test couldn't even register how much she had in her system. It just maxed out. You played Russian roulette with her life because you had no idea what her medical history was. You had no idea if she had anything else in her system.
In June 2024, Michael would plead guilty to the first charge. He would be sentenced to 2 years in prison, followed by 3 years in post-prison supervision. As a parent, how do you not find this betrayal of trust just absolutely disgusting? What are your thoughts? Leave me a message in the comments section below.